Welcome to Unfold Data Science. My name is Aman and I am a senior data scientist. In this video, I am going to talk about how I become a senior data scientist from a junior data scientist in last 10 years. And I am not going to talk about the journey because that's not important. I am going to talk about the learnings because that is more important. Okay. In less than 2 minutes, I'll talk about 5 such learnings which, if you understand what these are, then your journey in data science is going to be very smooth. Let's start with the very first learning that I want to share with you. So the first learning is, guys, if you want to become a senior data scientist or if you want to move up in the ladder, then don't limit yourself to one subject area or one knowledge area in initial days of your career. For example, when I was a junior data scientist, right, I knew many people who were at my level, and they were called as, somebody was called as a time series forecasting expert, somebody was called as a NLP expert, somebody was called as a optimization problem expert. So see, if you have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years of experience, first of all, you cannot be a great expert in any of these areas. And what happens when people start saying you expert is, you start thinking that you are really an expert, and then you stop focusing on other interesting areas of data science. So in my opinion, when you are in early step of your career, right, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3, 4 years kind of thing, then you should not try to become an expert. Rather, you should try to feel all the different areas of data science. You should try to see which is the area which is more interesting for you. You should not limit yourself to one particular area. Okay, explore various areas and then see where you feel it's more interesting, and then you can go deeper into that. That is the first learning. The second learning is, don't blindly do something which is being told to you. I'll give you one example from my own experience. So one day I told to someone to, there was a data pipeline, data ingestion pipeline. I told to someone, go and change some parameter in that data ingestion pipeline. So my purpose was there to make the data type same and make the target and source column data type same. That was my purpose. But once that change happened, then something else broke in some other connected pipeline. Okay, and this person is not looking at those things at all. So you should not do this. So basically, whatever is being told to you, you should not blindly keep doing those things. If you blindly keep doing those things, then you will never evolve, you will never learn new things. For example, if I tell you, hey, can you go ahead and create sales, two different KPIs, one is cumulative sales in last 1 year and second is cumulative sales in last 6 months. So you should come and ask me, hey Aman, I think these two things will be highly correlated. Do you still want me to create these two things separately and put in the regression model? So this kind of thoughts, you should start thinking. Don't blindly follow what is being said to you from some supervisor, from your boss, from your lead. Okay, think why are you doing something and ask questions, give counter arguments. Those are the two things. Third thing I want to talk about here is, as you move up the ladder, right, then start building your credibility. That will help you in your journey. For example, people will ask you, who are you? Then you cannot simply say that I'm a 5-year experienced person in data science. No. What is your credibility? Have you published any research paper? Have you done any kind of great education from some institute? Are you running a community of, let's say, 100k people who learn from you? Are you somebody who has done some mind-blowing work in the field of data science? What is that special thing that you bring on the table, right? So you have to think from that point, guys. What is that you are going to do? What is that you are going to special in you, right? That separates you from the rest of the people. So start building credibility on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to build, in research area, in education, any areas which tells you that you are somewhat different and somewhat special than others. Okay, start building that credibility. Fourth thing I want to cover here is, think architecture and think the larger business benefits of your project. So why I am saying you this is, if you are a junior guy, you might not be thinking how the architecture of the project can be improved. But when you are a senior data scientist, when you want to move up the ladder, right, then people will ask you, why AWS, why not GCP, why you want me to use Snowflake, why I should not use Oracle, something like this. Why you want me to go to cloud, why you don't want me to be on prem. So you should have answer of these questions as senior data scientist. Why you want somebody to take this route, not this route. Why, how you will save the cost of the client. To understand these purposes, right, you should be very familiar with AWS concepts or GCP concepts or various infra related concepts, right. That is where some of the playlists like AWS playlist which I have created will help you. You can see the link here. Please watch the playlist. It will give you an idea of how the cloud platforms work, right. So always think project from architecture point of view, how you will consume the data, how you will give the output, what you will do in between, how you can save the client cost, many of these things, okay. And also think from the business benefits. So it should not happen that you spend clients money and end of the day there is no result. Think from architecture and business point of view, okay. And fifth thing I want to talk about here is develop a sense of looking at data from a different lens. Now remember guys, we will not be senior data scientist, junior data scientist always, right. We will be head of data science, head of AI, vice president of AI, and at that position you should have an eye to look at the data from altogether different lens. For example, if somebody is showing me some data, then it should quickly come to my mind that okay, this is transactional data from a financial institute, so we can do some kind of survival analysis, we can do some kind of different kind of risk modeling, different kind of any kind of analytic solution building, right, around finance. What all can I do? Somebody is showing me some campaign data in retail, I should be quickly able to think that okay, I can do this kind of campaign analytics, this kind of marketing analytics, this kind of supply chain analytics, this kind of marketing mix model. So if I don't have exposure to multiple things, right, how I'll be able to think? So basically you should have exposure to multiple things. Then as you move up the ladder, you will develop that lens where you can look at things and you can say that okay, this is possible, this is possible, this is possible in this data. So try to develop that lens through which you can look data from various perspective, okay. And one bonus point guys in the end I want to give you, that is, if you are working in a data science project, if you are leading a data science project, if you are managing a data science project, there is very big chance that your model today or tomorrow will fail due to some or other reason. Today the model is doing good, tomorrow something changes, model does not do good. You must be knowing about drift in model, drift in data, drift in situations, right. So in that case, what is your recovery plan and what is your rollback plan, right. So how do you recover from that step and how do you roll back, how do you, which point you go to from there, right. How do you say that I need data refresh, I need model refresh, I need environment refresh, what do you say, okay. So these are pretty important things guys. Just keep in mind, as a senior data scientist, you are not limited only to do hands-on job. Your job is also to save client when needed, save businesses when needed, optimize the cost, think how I can give maximum revenue to $1 investment of the client, and if some failover happens, then how I can roll back, how I can bring things back to normal, and all these things. All these things together make you an expert in the field and opens multiple doors for you, okay. So I hope you like all these 5 points guys. That was from my journey of how how I learned these things hard way, but I just wanted to tell you so that these are pretty important things, okay. I'll see you all in the next video guys. Wherever you are, stay safe and take care.